Hi, I'm Jeff Dyson from 11FS, and I'm here with James Hickson, CEO of MASH. Welcome, James.
Hello, thanks for having me.
Oh, you're very welcome. What do you think of the show so far? How's the conference been for you so far?
It's been great so far. I mean, look, we're only, 6 hours into the day, and I must have, I don't think...
6 days, though.
6 days. I haven't had a coffee or anything yet, I'm still
just surviving on coffee.
But look, I think what's great is you get a great mix of the traditional large players, kind of giving you their steer of what's happening in the industry, and then the brand new de novo players, right? I just stopped by Tink's stand, and what they're doing in the Nordics is phenomenal. Giving them a shout out, but really great to be here and see all the innovation, and I really believe that Europe is the nexus of fintech.
I couldn't agree more. Tell me a bit more about MASH. So for those who are not familiar with MASH, what is MASH?
Yeah, so MASH is a 10-year-old fintech company. It was kind of founded at a time when fintech wasn't really a word, but it was founded on the belief that if you combine strong technology with automation, you can pass on those savings to customers. I joined about a year ago to kind of accelerate things a little bit with the board appointing me there. What we do today is pretty incredible. We have 3 lines of business. We do consumer lending, and we expect to lend over 250 million this year, about $500 million next year. We do credit cards, and where we really see growth is in payment to credit. And for payment to credit, we're one of only 2 European solutions that are both in-store at point of sale and online. And I think, again, this kind of small Finnish company has pulled off quite a feat with a phenomenal partner in Verifone. And I can tell you a bit more about that.
Yeah, I would love to find out a bit more. I mean, you just showed me a video as well. You told me a bit more about what it is that you're doing.
Sorry, dinosaurs on our MASH YouTube channel. That was a pun to get everyone to sign up to the MASH YouTube channel.
Exactly.
It's okay.
Exactly. So what's the partnership about? What is it that you guys do together?
So look, I think when I met with the MASH team, actually at this event, or rather the Verifone team at this event a year ago, I think we both saw that the experience of paying later had to change for merchants. We've all had that experience. You turn up in store, you're buying the sofa, you're buying a car, and all of a sudden that great experience gets turned to shit, if I can use some French. Because then you have to go away from the point of sale and you have to fill in a form, and June has to then work out whether or not you're suitable for credit. And then for the merchant, you have to pay more for that solution, there's a subscription fee, you probably have to own the credit risk. For us, we feel we fix all of those intrinsic challenges about paying later. And so for us on the consumer side, we can onboard you, we can do our KYC, and we can approve you for credit faster than the speed of a credit card transaction. And we do that from the Verifone terminal. So the customer experience is they turn up to the terminal, they enter their unique identification number, we onboard them, we approve them for credit, and the customer goes home. Within 14 days, they get the choice to pay later with a very clear summary of their options that's completely transparent with fair pricing, or pay off in full for no cost. That business is growing bonkers for us right now. We love it. For merchants, we felt, as we spoke about before, merchants, they get a really hard ride. They have to pay the interchange fee normally, they have to pay a subscription fee, they have to own the credit risk. And we said, look, if we really want to care about customers, let's not do any of that. So we don't charge merchants, we don't pay a fee, we take the credit risk, we pay instantly at point of sale, the minute a transaction completes, we send the cash, and we hopefully create this really great merchant experience. So the promise of having this great retail experience is followed through all the way to the point of sale and the ultimate transaction.
Nice. It's almost like a no-brainer if I'm a merchant.
Yeah, I mean, we find that actually. I mean, we were told a couple of weeks back that we're the fastest selling product for Verifone, right? It's great for us, right? And Verifone's been a fantastic partner. When we make the phone call, we sell 80% of the calls that we make. And now the challenge...
80%?
80%, yeah, 80. So now it's a case of us saying, well, how do we scale quickly? And do that effectively without damaging customer experience, with onboarding merchants effectively, with making sure we hear their voice, with targeting the right segments. And that's an execution challenge, and it's nice to have those. We don't have a profitability one, it's the execution piece that any company like us is going to have to tackle.
So you guys are doing incredibly well. I mean, what's next for you guys?
Well, look, I think the team are working really hard, and I'm just part of that really big team. But we're focused on doing what we do best, which is wowing customers one transaction at a time. And we really believe in that mantra. And when you think that way, you start seeing opportunities to improve the product. So clearly there's some iterative incremental innovation that we'll bring to the table, but we're also exploring that next step thing, right? So what do you do if you own a merchant, you understand their data, and you get a sense of what they're doing from a volume perspective? Well, it's very clear that you're going to offer SMB lending, right? So we're now working through that challenge and how best we bring that to our merchants. And then creating a strong symbiosis between the SMB lending piece and the consumer piece. Let's not just build bolt-on services, right? I see that a lot here. Let's just mash these things together and hope that the customer experience, the merchant experience wins. It doesn't. So we're thinking about that problem. And then it's about international expansion, right? We're present in 5 markets today. We're going live in Spain, and now we're exploring the next set of markets we can go to market with. And our strategy is not to do that on our own, we do it with partners. And so Verifone is a key partner there, and there are others in our mix that we can definitely work with.
So what do you guys look for in a partner?
That's a good question. I think it's a mix of things. You know, I've had so many conversations with potential partners, and this maybe is a tendency of banks, who want a partner, and you'll go and have a meeting, but then what they really want is either a white label solution or a service provider. And I'm not going to do that. I think there's better people for companies to work with. But if I look at the meetings I've already had today, a partner really looks each other in the eye and says, look, what are your critical challenges? How can we help you? How can you help us? What do I want? I want distribution. I'm working on building with my team one of the best brands in Europe. And so that means I want to find low-cost ways to touch customers. For many companies, including Verifone, they're trying to find ways of shifting to a services organization. We can help with that. We can give you a brand new way to have a touch point with your customer. And so for me, the best partnerships are those that actually start at wanting to partner and solve mutual problems and create accretive partnerships. And if I find companies like that, we'll bend over backwards. I'll give you one example. We met a small company called Unax, phenomenal platform. They're really helping people credit score in Spain. We love them, great synergy in the team, but they wanted to expand. And so our position was, look, well, we're in 5 markets, come work with us, here's some office space, and help us tackle Poland, and we'll work together there. I just think that's what partners do, and I think if you want to succeed in fintech, that's where it's at. Right? It's not in service contracts. So a long answer to a short question, but I think it's important people understand the difference.
Well, sounds like super exciting times for you. So best of luck with that journey. Great to have you on the show, and enjoy the rest of the conference.
Thank you very much for the opportunity. Nice meeting you.